everyone, and happy Sunday. And if you are celebrating Thanksgiving this weekend, I hope you are having a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend with your families. I know for myself personally, we traditionally have our Thanksgiving meal on the Sunday because the Monday is the holiday and sort of becomes a day of rest before we go back into the work week. So again, if you are celebrating Thanksgiving this weekend or just spending extra special time with your families, I hope you're enjoying that and also enjoying the beautiful weather. Welcome officially to week 5 of our e-learning business leadership course. Time is moving so quickly, it's hard to believe. And if you are in the virtual school, you are also at midterms of the first quadrimester, which is crazy. So time is really moving quickly. This week, 5th week reports do go home. So a 5th week report would be issued for a student who is not performing in some capacity that raises some kind of concern, or if a student currently has a mark of 60% or below. I will be giving you all a mark update this week sent to your email inboxes, and then parents will be alerted if in the case you are earning a 60% or below. Okay, so just a little FYI that those marks are coming back. There have been about 5 assignments marked so far, so do be sure that you are checking your Brightspace for feedback. If you click on your Brightspace and you click on grades under assessments, you'll be able to see sort of all of the items that have been marked thus far, as well as the feedback that I've given you. It's really important that you take time to review that feedback because that's how you grow as a student. And of course, with anything in an academic course, if I give you feedback and then the next time you go about doing an assignment and you don't take that feedback, then your mark is definitely going to reflect that lack of effort. So just make sure that you really are paying close attention to that. A little more challenging in an e-learning classroom because your teachers can't be on you in the same kind of way we would be traditionally in a regular classroom. So this is a really big week in our class. We're going to be moving at a pretty quick pace this week. So you're going to have to be organized and take initiative for your own success and really make sure that you're chunking the material and not leaving everything to the final minute. Otherwise, you are really going to be hurting by the end of this week, okay? So make sure that you are really on top of that this week as you go into it after your holiday. So just going through our lesson for the week, Monday is a holiday, it is Thanksgiving, so hopefully you can take some time to rest. On Tuesday, we're watching a documentary called Office Land. Now, there are 2 different ways that you can access this. If you click on this link here, it will take you directly to Halton District School Board access point where you just put in your Halton District School Board email and password and you'll be able to watch the documentary. If you can't do that for some reason, because again, we're all working from home, we're not necessarily on the network, then you can click on this link here and it will actually take you directly to the CBC, which is also linked in there. So the documentary is 43 minutes in length and you are responsible for taking notes as you review the documentary. Okay. Additionally, there is a discussion post that has been posted for you that you can access tonight if you wish, but it's something that you'll be doing assigned to you this week. And based on the documentary, you'll be answering these questions. You are required to answer all the questions in either a video or written format. Make sure that you ask your peers a question at the end of the post, and then comment on at least 2 peer posts to facilitate and engage in that classroom dynamics. I'm noticing that some students either are not doing their discussion posts or they're doing their posts, but they're not engaging with their classmates. And 50% of your discussion marks do come from class engagement. That's what a point of a discussion is. So it's not enough to just do your discussion post. You have to go back throughout the week and engage with your classmates. And the more you do, the better. Okay, that's what's going to foster our virtual online community. All right. Also, students tend to think, oh, it's just a discussion, I won't lose marks. No, these are actually worth a sizable amount of your overall mark. So if you're not doing your discussion posts, you'll see that in your overall mark update. Your mark will really be suffering for that. On Wednesday, we're going to be getting into a case study. Now, our next case study, I'm going to be teaching you a proper case study methodology. In business school, you do case studies constantly, and there's a proper way to format a case study. We're going to start slowly with Katie's Kitchen, okay? And I'm not giving you a specific format to follow for this case study, but I do want you to be as detailed in your responses as possible, okay? So this has been posted for you in Dropbox. You can see that posted there. And it's also linked to you here. But basically, the case is in a 2-page document. You're responsible for going through the case and writing down all of the points, really getting a great understanding of that case. And then you have to prepare a case response based on a series of questions that I've assigned to you. So I'm just going to link to that here. It lets me, saying it won't. Not really sure why it won't do that. But anyways, it's all there for you in Brightspace. Maybe I can go and access this here for you now. And the questions are guided questions for your case. So you're expected to go through the questions and answer with as much detail as possible. Now, your questions can be answered, some of them, in point form. So you can divide your case answers into headings, and then for certain questions, you can answer them in point form. It just depends on the nature of the question that you're doing, okay? All right, internet's giving me some challenges today. Here are the questions, okay? So for example, what are the primary management problems in this case? So in this particular heading of your case, you're going to specifically give me what are the major issues. So this can be done in point form, but just be very clear and specific and narrow in your focus with what you have discerned are the most significant issues of this case, okay? Then you're going to be asked to elaborate on what are the causes of these problems. This is where you're going to have to do a little bit of investigative work. It's inquiry work. There's not a clear-cut answer for you. It's not a textbook assignment where I'm asking you to siphon through the reading and tell me exactly what the answer is. You have to decide what the answer is based on your managerial competency. So what are the causes of these problems? What do you think? Based on the case, and make sure that you are really clearly expressing why you think these are the major problems. From those list of problems, you're then asked to outline some solutions that you think would solve those problems. Again, those two things really have to connect. So if you're presenting a solution, make sure that you are telling me exactly how you think that solution is going to solve that problem. Again, you're going to have to be detail-oriented in your response, okay? And then in the end, once you've listed those various solutions, you choose one. What do you think is the best solution? And tell me how it's going to be implemented and why you think this is going to solve the overall case issue, okay? So we really want you to focus on specific detail and elaboration. It's grade 12 academics, so you really want to be very clear and specific in what you're saying. Yes, you can use headings. Yes, you can use point forms. Yes, you can use charts, but make sure that you are detailed and specific and clear in your analysis, okay? So that's your first case study assignment or activity for our course. On Thursday, you've got your very first quiz. So this is a quiz that you will be able to access under assessment. So if you go into Brightspace, and this will come live for you guys on, there we go. This will come live for you guys on Thursday. Okay, so you can see, if you go into your Brightspace, you can see that the quiz is listed there, but you won't actually be able to access the quiz until Thursday at 7 a.m. Okay, actually, take that back. I'm going to make it accessible to you as of tonight. So I'm going to rewind that. You can do it anytime this week, of course, because it's an e-learning course. I have to apologize. I'm teaching in the virtual school as well, and everything has to be done on the day, whereas in early e-learning, the idea is that it's fluid. Okay, so I'm going to make it live tonight, so you can go ahead into that quiz at any point this week. You just have to make sure that it's due and done by next Monday at 8 a.m. Once you are in the quiz, here's the caveat. You only have an hour to complete it, so you can't start the quiz, stop it, and go back. You can't. So make sure that when you are ready to write the quiz, that's when you write it, okay? Like I said, it's a timed quiz, so you'll have an hour to complete it. Most of you won't need the full hour. What I strongly recommend is that you do study in advance. So something that I do say to virtual school students is that if you think that you're going to go into a test situation and just wing it and kind of toggle back between your slides and all the content that we've covered, and you haven't done any preparation in advance, then you are A, going to run out of time, and B, you're not going to be successful. Okay, so make sure that you do plan accordingly this week and you give yourself time to review the content from our lessons so far so that when you go into the quiz, you're just ready to rock, okay? So you'll be able to find that under assessments and quizzes. And again, you have the full week to choose whenever you decide you want to write it. But it's due, you have to complete it by next Monday at 8 a.m. Okay, on Friday's a bit of a buffer day to complete everything from this week, but I'm also formally introducing you to our second major project of this course, and that is the Blogger project. So far to date, you have been asked to complete 3 journal entries. Those 3 separate journal entries have been submit in Dropbox, but now I'm going to be asking you to take those journal entries and put them into a blog, as well as include a new entry to your blog, which has been outlined in this project. I'm not going to spend time today in this video reviewing this project, because if you go into Dropbox, the assignment is there. It's been broken down for you in detail in the actual assignment, but I've also created a separate video lesson for you there. So I'll show you. Here's the Passion Project Leadership Blogger assignment. If you go into the project, okay, you're going to see that the assignment has been posted. So it's all broken down, but there's also this video file for you. So if you click on this, it's going to take you to a lesson where I go through the whole expectations of the assignment and exactly what you need to do to fulfill the obligations of this assignment. That being said, it's broken down for you very specifically in the project. I just ask that you spend some time really reading through it so that you know exactly what the expectations are. This is a major assignment. It's going to be worth a very sizable amount of this course, about 10% of your overall grade. We are going to be adding posts to this blog throughout the course. Of course, that's the whole idea, is that it becomes sort of a journal, a reflective journal throughout this entire semester. But you're going to be taking the 3 journal entries that you've already done and compiling it into your created blog, and you're going to be completing a separate blog entry based on the first chapter of a fantastic business book called The Magic of Thinking Big. Again, it's all outlined for you there. There's a video lesson for you in Dropbox. And if you have any questions, you can email me at any time. You will have 2 days, full days in class next week. So Monday and Tuesday will be assigned to you as work periods for this. And it will be due Thursday at 8 a.m. in Dropbox. You'll be copying your URL to your Dropbox submission. Okay? So don't forget to do your participation activity this week. That's always important. You do 1 a week, and that's your attendance check for your week. So just to wrap it up, you've got your Thanksgiving holiday on Monday, a documentary and a discussion post where you're going to be commenting on at least 2 peer posts due next Monday at 8 a.m. You've got your first case study and case response due in Dropbox on next Monday at 8 a.m. You've got a quiz also due next Monday by 8 a.m. And you've got the introduction for you to start wrapping your mind around the Magic of Thinking Big Blogger project. Lots on tap this week, you guys. Don't leave it to the last minute. Definitely chunk your time and email me always with any questions that you might have. I hope you have a fantastic and sunny week, and I will see you online.